Hey everyone, welcome back to Creative OS. Today we are having a beautiful look at the clients and projects. And this is a very fundamental part of the database because you're going to manage a lot of clients and a lot of projects. And how can you keep the two separate? How do you know one client has several projects running with you? How do you track tasks within a project? All that good stuff. We're going to go over why we even need like a client and project system. Customer service, because we're a service-based agency, so all of it is about serving the customer. And I'm going to show you a brief overview of the clients, a brief overview of the projects, and then we're going to take a look at project templates, as well as how you can automate administration and stuff like that within your Notion. And you can make it the home of all your information. So when you get to Creative OS, you see there's a few ways. I explained the navigation earlier to the left where you can click on them. So you can go to Projects Board. Here you will see different views that I've set up for projects, and we can start creating and adding some new projects as examples for that. And you can also always go to the actual projects database here. Remember, the arrow shows a view of it or the actual database itself. And here you can see, adjust and edit and do everything. So as you can see, the projects, it consists of projects by status view, and the statuses you can change yourself by assignee or like what it is about. And here you have my tasks, which is a filter of like what projects are in what status with me. And then you have all of them in the table view, where you can assign different properties to them and adjust the properties and how they work. So let's start off with adding a few projects, and I like to go to the gallery view for that to add a new project. Let's say build an empire. Let's add a like Colosseum logo to it. Rome, I think. Oh, so let's add a camel. Fuck it. Here we can assign a type of creative work, and you can rename this property to whatever it is. So let's say you have types of tasks or something else, because this is Creative OS. This creative work consists of most of the things that you would do as an online entrepreneur. Web development, copywriting, design, management, all of it is already in there, and it's like a literal copy of like how I live my life, so it's very realistic to use. So let's say this is both copywriting, design, management, because building an empire is huge. We need development, consulting, we need logo, we need Notion for sure, that's for sure. And I'm gonna add a few extra custom tags. So this is how you can set up more of these tags by just typing it in straight away from where you're building. So let's add construction, which is a tag that's not present yet. I create it and it's now in the list. Just the same if I want to change the color or anything of these tags, and these work for any multi-select field, you can just press them over here and you can select the colors, and you can also change the name. So with all those things set, I also set a quick like background. Let's change the cover because I like to make it feel more, let's look for a castle. Boom, that looks amazing. That's an empire worthy of building. And here we see this arrow, and anytime you see an arrow, just remember it's a link to a database. So it shows the clients. Well, I told you we were going to have an overview of the clients first, so let's quickly jump to that. And the beauty of it is you can actually reach the client's property by just pressing this button here, because it's linked to a page in clients. And the more genius thing about it is, before we jump in there, if I don't even have a client right now, let's say my new client is King Archimedes. Yes, and it gives us the option to create the page King Archimedes in the database clients, all from the menu of making a new, just adding a new project. So this project is going to be done by King Archimedes. And if I now click on the page, I can go and edit it. But if I click away, I can do that later as well to finish my current task first. So let's do that and then go into the King Archimedes to also have some navigation back and forth. Here I have a priority. So depending on when a client wants to start, I mean, this is going to be a next up project because he hasn't signed yet. I can assign priority to it. Let's say it's a low priority for now, or let's say it's high priority because this is a big client, right? And here you see another arrow, linked database, and this one is linked to the tasks, which are integrated with everything. So if I press the King Archimedes, we are now inside the clients. As you can see, Creative OS, clients, King Archimedes. Let's give him a little king icon, and let's give him a little background as well. Let's enter his Chamber of Commerce number if he has one. His representative is King Archimedes the third. 1, 2, 3. And maybe this client isn't really called King Archimedes, but King Archimedes BV, because he's like a limited company, you know what I mean? So we add his WhatsApp, his email, his address, his company website. Let's say it's https:// what is his website? abv.com. I love this king. He's one of my favorite clients. And in this way, you have like a database of this client's information. So if we go back to the clients, this is now populated with 2 clients. WebLife is a client here with the information and related to a project. And now we also have King Archimedes BV represented by King Archimedes with his email, his WhatsApp, Chamber of Commerce number, and address. And again, you can actually extend on these by adding a column here and having, for example, email for invoices. And we can change the type to an email field. So now we have inside of the clients, all new clients get an extra field called email for invoices. And let's drag it right next to email, so the 2 emails are right next to each other, where you know what to contact and where to send your invoices to. So if we return to the dashboard, we've done 2 things. We've created a new project, we've assigned a new client to it that we haven't seen yet, and we've learned about the project page, the overview page, and the clients page and how you can add them. So now if we go to the dashboard and we look at the project's overview, we can actually see in progress projects, there's none, but here in table, we see there's a new project. Now, let's dive in deeper and see how you can manage your projects. So here, this is the view that I like the most when it comes to seeing all your projects, and it's the projects Kanban or the board. So because we don't have many projects, let's create a few more, and you can just create a new page. Let's call this on hold. Construction water canal. And type of creating work, let's call it construction again. The client is King Archimedes again. And the status is on hold because there's a problem, right? And let's say we also have lost a project. It's the project where King Archimedes tried nuking the world. So this is, I don't know what kind of project this is. This is a consulting project, let's say it like that. And King Archimedes tried this to do this with us as well, but we failed in that, and it's like that. So here we have a few projects that build up our Kanban, and you can see how you can like change the status of them by visually dragging them to another one. So as you know in the table, this just went from there's a filter here. Let's remove them like that. So this one just went from status not started yet to on hold, and now maybe you want to say it's in progress. So we started it, like we closed them and we started it. Then what I like to have as an overview is this page, and I want to like sort it as well to the date created, where it's descending. So in this progress in progress projects, you'll see a gallery view of the projects that you've started, that you've sorted through the statuses, that you've added the client's information to, and all of that just shows up in the most convenient way for you to continue working. Here you see another one, it's by type of work. So we see that in each area of what you offer as a person, as an agency, when it comes to your skills or talents, you can visually represent all of these projects and work with them. Now the beauty of it is the depth of Notion. So let's say we build an empire, but this page is still empty. Well, I've also got a project template set up. Here you press the project template and it loads in a short brief, links and files, the ones that I use, Drive, Figma, and an invoicing app, access and accounts, but this template can be anything. So in the previous lesson, I alluded to doing some template magic. Here you can select task, or let's make like an, here's the project template, here's a task template, but you can create a new template and you can call it construction template. And here you are going to make the status already in progress, or you can set the default options here in the template. Do take note that when you click this template, the new page that you're opening is going to be filled in like the template. So here you can add a toggle and you can say checklist, something that you have to do for each of these types of projects, and you can add to-dos here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and like that. You can also add the beautiful icon. Let's make it like this and add a little cover, and it's construction. So now we set up this template and it says you're editing a template in projects. So in any project page that I create now, or any project page that is empty like I showed before, here the construction template shows up. You can just click this one and it will load in whatever it is you were doing, setting the icon as well. So it set the icon like this now, and you have all the information ready to go, and you can work and create more and more pages. And some of the pages that I actually manage for like very big projects, they've become very complex, but they all stay manageable very beautifully because of the Notion OS, because Creative OS, you can just get it down and it stays there. Like, I just want to show you how complex page can get like this. So here you see there's a bunch of tasks related to it. There's all these, like there's a live design file that you can scroll and watch. There's important documents, and inside toggles I have toggles with more documents and more information and meetings, and all of it stays very neatly put on this one page because of the hierarchical system and nature of Notion. So that's a quick overview of how to do clients and how to manage projects. I hope you learned a lot in this lesson, because as I'm trying to progress through these, I also want you to be empowered and know how to adjust and customize everything to your own likings and needs. Now you can go back to Creative OS. You can go down here into priority tasks and check off the client and project management. Good done. Well done. Good job.